Doctor, did you apologize to my client after the surgery? And now the doctor gets all upset and all nervous about whether or not to answer the question. First of all, does the doctor have to answer the question? And secondly, if the doctor does answer the question, will it impact and affect the outcome of this case? You want to know the answer? Come join me on this walk as I share with you the answer to that question, or to those questions. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney. All right, so let's say you brought a lawsuit against your doctor claiming that he was careless and caused you significant harm and injury. And now, during the course of your lawsuit, the doctor denies all of your allegations. During the course of your case, I will have a chance to question the doctor in a process known as a deposition. That's really nothing more than a question and answer session that's given under oath. And in pre-COVID times, that would typically take place in the attorney's office who represents the doctor in his conference room. But during COVID times now, this takes place over a Zoom video call. I'm on the call, the defense lawyer is on the call, the doctor is on the call, and a court stenographer is also on the call to record all of my questions and all of the answers that the doctor gives. Those answers represent sworn testimony and carries the same exact weight as if he is testifying at the time of trial in court in front of a judge and in front of a jury. So now it comes time during the deposition where I turn to the doctor and I say, "Doctor, did you apologize to my client after the surgery?" And I know the answer. How do I know the answer? Because my client has already told me. He told me that the doctor did in fact apologize. He's already testified. He's given pretrial testimony when he was asked questions by the attorney for the doctor. In his deposition, he was asked about conversations that he had with the doctor following the surgery. And one of the things he told us was that the doctor did in fact apologize. And he proceeded to tell us about the details of that conversation. So what happens now when I ask the doctor that question? "Hey doctor, did you apologize to my client?" So now the doctor's concerned that if he says, "Yes, I did apologize to the patient," he thinks it's going to impact his ability to properly defend this case. So let's go to the first question I asked. Does the doctor have to answer this question? The answer is, yes, he does. It's a factual question. Either something did or didn't happen. Do you have a memory of it? "Doctor, did you have a conversation with the patient after the surgery?" "Yes." "And do you remember what it was that you said to him and what he said to you?" "Well, I remember some of the things." "Okay. Did you apologize to my client after the surgery? Yes or no?" If he says yes, what's the implication there? The implication is that he apologized to him. Now, is there any further implication? There may be. Some injured patients may turn around and say, "Aha, if the doctor apologized, it means he's guilty. It means he did something wrong." Well, there are two problems with that statement. The first is that in medical malpractice cases, there is no guilt or innocence. Instead, we have to show that the doctor violated the basic standards of medical care and as a result of that, caused you significant harm and injury. And we do that with medical experts. So unlike in criminal cases where somebody is found guilty by a preponderance of the evidence, first of all, that is not the standard in a civil case. Second of all, that is not the terminology that we use in these medical malpractice cases. So there is no guilt or innocence in a medical malpractice case. So let's get back to the question I asked at the beginning. If the doctor apologizes, is that evidence of wrongdoing? The answer is, it may be, and then again, it may not be. Now, I guarantee you, if I were to delve in and ask the doctor further questions about why he apologized, you know what he's going to say? He's going to say, "Look, I told the patient I felt so sorry for what had happened. This was a complication that occurred during the course of surgery, and this is something that's known to occur. I felt so bad knowing that he now needs additional hospitalization, that he needs additional care and treatment, that he may need additional surgical procedures. I feel terrible, and I apologize to him for the fact that he suffered this complication." Now, what does that mean for the doctor? Well, it means that the doctor has a heart. It means that the doctor is sympathetic to what happened to this patient. It does not mean that the doctor recognizes what he did was wrong. It does not mean that the doctor is admitting that what occurred here is incorrect and violated the basic standards of medical care. So I want you to keep in mind that just because a doctor may have apologized does not automatically mean that he's guilty, does not automatically mean that he did something improper, does not automatically mean that he's admitting that he did something incorrectly. Instead, he's going to explain to the judge, he's going to explain to the jury at trial, listen, I felt bad for what happened here, and so I apologize to the patient. And then he'll explain how in other past cases this hasn't happened, and it's a rare occurrence when it does happen, and he felt bad. So the mere fact that the doctor has apologized doesn't mean what you think it means. And if you've ever seen the movie Princess Bride, there's a character in there who says a famous phrase. It says, I don't think it means what you think it means, which is applicable in this particular scenario. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to open your eyes and to help you understand how these medical malpractice cases work in New York. You know, I recognize you likely have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if your matter did happen in New York and you have not yet started a lawsuit, but are thinking about doing so and still have questions that need to be answered, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. You know, I answer questions like yours every single day, and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.